Hey, what's up guys, I'm Omogonix here and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. So today I'm going to be taking a look at this video here. So some brand new Halo Infinite campaign footage has just been released. So here on IGN's channel we have a video called Halo Infinite Campaign, the first hands-on video preview. So obviously they've got their hands on Halo Infinite early and yeah, they've been able to play some of the game. And so how about now we watch this?
The biggest surprise I had coming out of my few hours of playing Halo Infinite's campaign wasn't the delightful exploration nor the incredibly fun gunplay. Instead, it came down to the characters. Halo Infinite sees the legendary Master Chief once again tasked with saving the universe from yet another threat. And Chief's stern determination is also wonderfully contrasted to his new AI companion's bubbly enthusiasm and his pilot rescuer's anxiety and weariness. Given developer 343 Industries' failure to give Locke the faintest hint of a personality or motive in Halo 5, and the game's generally lackluster story, this was a relief.
Yeah, I mean, that was the problem with Halo 5. It didn't really have that much emotion to it in terms of characters. I think that's the main problem, is the whole feeling and vibe of it just isn't right. That's the thing with Halo 5's campaign. She's definitely right there.
No. Not then! Not again! We need to run!
I need a weapon.
Weapon? This is all I've got.
It's enough.
Okay, so his name is Echo 216 apparently. It just said on the subtitles there, Echo 216. So, I'm guessing that it's supposed to be like a Echo 419 type character, but you know, now in Halo Infinite. So basically it's meant to be like a throwback to Echo 419.
Halo Infinite's contrasting characters aren't the only things to look forward to though. Rewarding exploration infused with Halo's DNA and genuinely challenging combat could be relief in today's open world game extravaganza, where many...
So, one thing that I actually really like about Halo Infinite, which is going to be probably, well, it is going to be the best feature of the game in my opinion, is just how it's going to be open world. And I don't know if it's going to be more semi-open world or fully open world, because I've heard both of them, and you know, they've talked about the open worldness of Halo Infinite and stuff here, but I still don't know if it's semi-open world or fully open world. That's the thing that I'm not sure about.
Worlds are packed to the brim with chores, and only a few offer meaningful adventures beyond their main path. If things continue the way I played in my 4-hour hands-on time, I think Halo Infinite could fall into the latter. That's not to say there aren't some essential elements of Halo Infinite I'm curious to see if 343 can pull off, like Chief's storyline with Cortana.
Oh, so you have Dr. Halsey there.
For now, what I played in my preview session has left me even more eager for Halo Infinite's December 8th launch.
That's another thing I like too at boss battles. The boss battles are going to be fun to see.
Echo 216, can you hear me? This is UNS!
Time and time again, Master Chief has woken up to fight a new enemy. Halo Infinite largely sees that pulled back by instead focusing on familiar fodder with the Banished from Halo Wars 2. They eagerly step up. Cortana was presented as a mystery rather than as a primary antagonist in what I played. What happened to her after Halo 5 and whether or not she's been truly destroyed is unknown. This crucial conflict seemingly takes a backseat to the larger fight with the...
I don't think Cortana's been destroyed, because I mean in that last gameplay preview we literally saw like Cortana, she was like pacing around some area and she was like thinking about something or whatever when one of them said I think it was the narrator of the video, she said, oh, what happened to Cortana? And then it had footage of Cortana like pacing around an area and like thinking or something.
The Banished, though it is intertwined somehow. Without getting into spoilers, I will say the few moments that dug into Chief and Cortana's relationship were an emotional gut punch. Halo Infinite is looking to deliver a meaningful story for legacy Halo fans, and I really needed to fulfill that promise after Halo 5's story missteps.
She's not the driver, but a way to level the playing field.
What do I call her?
Ask her. She named herself.
To the franchise, as the best moments I saw in the first few hours rely on prior knowledge of the series. I don't like the idea of people being left behind, but I selfishly prefer that this game is made for returning Halo fans rather than tuning the story to accommodate new players.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with Halo 5 is, because I'm pretty sure Halo 5, what 343 were trying to do there was they were trying to, like, cater it just to mainly new players, and that's why they had Agent Locke as, like, the main protagonist throughout it, and you could only play as Chief in 3 missions. It's because they were trying to bring in new players, and, you know, that's why they changed up the whole vibe of the game and stuff like that as well. 343 were trying to create their own style of Halo, different from Bungie's. But I really do like how they're going back to the... I really do like how they're going back to Bungie's roots, sort of. I mean, like, 343, they have their own style with this, you know? Like, it's not like they're just, you know, reusing Bungie's old style again. Like, no, this is like an evolved style here, you know? And it's really good what they're doing with Halo Infinite, how they're more catering to the older fans, you know, because trying to cater to new fans has shown that, you know, it's not best for the game. It's not good in the long run, and yeah.
Familiar with the story or not though, Halo Infinite sure is fun to play and explore.
I think I'm with you. I didn't even know what a Banished was an hour ago, and even I can see the odds aren't great.
Now we get to learn about how Halo Infinite's open world works. Nice.
Playing Halo Infinite is a mix of familiar and new. One moment you're navigating encounters and ship corridors, then the next you're driving several Marines around the open fields of Zeta Halo.
That's actually something that I've really wanted to do actually since seeing the last gameplay preview. Because Chiefy saves them unarmored Marines, and, you know, I've just imagined, like, you know, being able to take out, like, a bunch of Marines out on, like, an expedition or something out in the open fields of Zeta Halo. It'd be cool to have, like, you know, not just Chief in a Warthog with 2 other Marines, but, like, maybe even, like, a few other Warthogs as well, depending on how much, you know, Marines Chief has with him. And yeah, that would be really cool to see.
343 has clearly stated, Halo Infinite isn't quite a true open-world game despite it featuring massive sandboxes.
So that's what I was thinking there, that it was going to be more semi-open world, so I'm guessing that's what it is.
Zeta Halo is broken up into island chunks. Land masses can be connected by bridges, and Chief can eventually call in things like a wasp to fly around anywhere after they're unlocked. So eventually we may get to freely explore unlocked areas.
Yeah, so this is what I actually talked about, I think it was maybe a few months ago now, but I talked about how I think that you'll get to unlock certain areas as you play on. That might be a thing, and yeah, it turns out that's how it's going to be. So as you play through the game, you'll be unlocking other areas, and yeah.
But our range will be limited and more focused at first. Zeta Halo is littered with UNSC camps called Forward Operating Bases that the more Valor you have, the better backup and gear you can call in. As far as I could tell, earning Valor and reclaiming the Broken Ring is entirely optional. So what else can you do when you're not hunting down the next clue to the Banished plan?
Oh, that's cool. So, like, the Marines are actually, like, tied up there, and that's actually really cool to see.
People don't just get to give the Master Chief a fetch quest. The only one who really gives Master Chief any sort of command is a new AI codenamed the Weapon. She's meant to destroy Cortana and is in turn supposed to be destroyed when her operation is complete. Though Cortana is seemingly gone, the Weapon remains and is happy to assist Master Chief until she reaches her eventual demise. Much like Cortana, the Weapon will call out enemy attacks, notable objectives, Banished facilities that need destroying.
Alright, so from what I can see here, there's like a bunch of different squads around that you can go save. So distress call received from Starlight Squad, rendezvous at their position immediately to provide assistance. So yeah, that's going to be really cool, going around and saving all the different squads and stuff.
And Marines in need of rescuing. I was more likely to come across a random patrol of enemies than an actual objective, but it didn't feel like I had to go too far to find something fun to do. I enjoyed the quiet moments though. Following Zeta Halo's native space groundhogs or just enjoying the view was a pleasant reprieve from the action. When I was ready to get back to it though, I could also hunt down and eliminate special targets to collect a unique version of their signature weapon that's equipable at FOBs. And of course, The grunts are as silly and oddly aggressive as ever, and have a surprising number of lines.
Well, I mean, obviously you would probably be expecting that since Halo's going back to its roots, yeah.
While the Marines are far more confident and excited about joining the Chief in battle. Their commentary made exploring all the more enjoyable.
Just in the nick of time, Chief.
Just because Zeta Halo is a larger, more open sandbox doesn't mean 343 suddenly has us doing puzzles or tasks unbecoming of a genetically augmented super soldier like Master Chief. Fighting enemies and destroying their stuff is always at the center of Halo Infinite's gameplay.
Yeah, I was actually expecting things like puzzles and stuff like that, but that's good to hear that, 343 isn't like, changing up too much.
And whether I was taking on a roaming pack of Banished, or infiltrating a fortress for a story mission, the more open nature only served to give me more options for combat. If you've had a chance to check out either of the multiplayer test flights, Halo Infinite's excellence in weaponry should come as no surprise. The campaign introduced me to other interesting weapons we've yet to see in multiplayer, like the Disruptor, a small shock pistol that doesn't do too much immediate damage.
I've already used that because of the glitch in the Halo Infinite tech preview.
But deals out pain over time. The equipment we've seen in multiplayer unsurprisingly takes on a more powerful form in the campaign. Each of the 5 the hunters make a return to, and are fun to fight as always. This being another ring, the Flood was alluded to, though I never saw them. The Prometheans weren't present either. 343's vision of recapturing the essence of combat evolved in Halo Infinite means there's not really room for them, and honestly, I had plenty of fun without them. I didn't see any drones either, so I'm hoping the new...
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the game goes without Prometheans. I mean, you would expect them to be in there seeing as how big of a part they were in Halo 4 and 5, but yeah, I mean, I guess it's because they have nothing to do with the Banished, They were more something to do with the Covenant, the Prometheans, not the Banished, so yeah, that makes sense.
New flying enemies equipped with hardlight weapons, the Skimmers, will be their replacement. The real combat stars, though, are the boss fights. The first one with the brute lieutenant named Termonius absolutely kicked my ass at first on heroic difficulty. A moment without movement rewarded Termonius as he entered the encounter guns blazing and took me out twice in a row. I had been handling heroic without any issues up until that point, so it was 343 needs to stick the landing in the plot department, especially with regard to giving us a satisfying resolution to the Chief and Cortana's relationship. If they can finally deliver that well-rounded classic Halo experience, then they'll have successfully and definitively made Halo their own. For more on Halo Infinite, check out our exclusive reveal of the new Streets multiplayer map.
The thing is too, she said that she's only played 4 hours of it so far, so that must mean that there's quite a lot more.
Stay tuned all November long for more IGN First coverage on Master Chief's latest adventure.
Alright, so that's pretty much it. So what do you guys think of that? I think Halo Infinite's going to be pretty interesting, the campaign, I can't wait for it. And yeah, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy, and yeah, see you all soon. Bye-bye.